silver button. There it is. You see the red dot. When you see the red dot, you know it's on. It means it's hot. Of course, always remember a microphone's always hot. Like a gun's always loaded. Because you see these stupid people, these politicians, they'll be ranting about something off the air and then they'll get caught in it. Good afternoon, folks. Hope you had a lovely weekend. I certainly did. I got to go to Greer's Ferry with the lovely Rebecca and spend some time out on the lake. Also got time with a church group where we studied a lot about relationships. I guess we'll just call it that. Want to thank the Weavers for a great time, and thank God for the lovely weather. It wasn't storming, wasn't blazing hot, wasn't too cold like we've had in previous weeks. I'm actually on my way over to the Messianic service where they're going to have a kind of ice cream social slash remembrance of I think it was either a Pentecost or a Passover celebration that they were going to celebrate, but it was canceled due to the Wuhan virus, and that is the name for it, from another plague given to us by the People's Republic of China, that evil regime. Wow, that is a nice church. I understand most churches have been open and allowed for people to come in, at least in this state. Pray for those churches in other states where they're still being persecuted. We had an earlier conversation about that with some folks. One county where they were not allowing the churches to sing was in California. I think it was a county north of San Francisco. And then I mentioned Chicago, a church where people that were parking that go inside the church were having their cars towed, and then they were even towing people that were nearby that weren't even going to the church. And it goes to show you there are a lot of local bureaucrats that are anti-Christian as any communist regime. They're just waiting for the right opportunity to enforce unconstitutional and ungodly power. Hey Dolby, hey Chris. Not much on the radio on Sunday, there usually isn't. 91.7 had an interesting discussion. They had call-ins about relationships and different aspects of the Bible. I just kind of mainly came up here to do a plug for my YouTube page and ugetube page. I'll start as more events start happening, I'll start trying to film them and live stream them. I did not film or live stream any of the riots that occurred in Little Rock. From what I understand, one police officer was injured, I think, from a brick, and some windows got smashed around the state capitol. Some people that are employed at the state capitol had to stay in while the different police departments had to use tear gas to get some of the crowd out. And then it appears they may have tear gassed some members of the press, which it didn't seem like they were in the way, but I actually did see that one of the press reporters was hitting it with tear gas. So that's just kind of mainly my thing, that I'll try to film as many of these events as possible. There was a hearing last week at the Arkansas State Capitol regarding some of the enforcement of the Wuhan virus rules regarding a concert versus the abortion clinic, and some department heads failed to show up. They've been subpoenaed now, so if and when those bureaucrats decide to show up, I'll try to film and live stream that. It is available on the Arkansas Legislative website, but still it's better to have it in edited, entitled comments along with descriptions so you know what's going on. But check out my YouTube page for regular updates on issues that affect you, as well as ugetube, which is the more conservative alternative to YouTube. Hey Donald, hey Colby. And then of course check out my Fundly page where you can donate money, different video causes. I need to get a better live stream camcorder, some better microphones. I would like to get a faster, more powerful either laptop or desktop. But anyway, we're all in an effort to make this world a better place. We all have our different ways of serving the Lord and of turning this nation back to the way it was founded. And it's going to take a lot of effort from a lot of folks to get out. You be safe too, Donald. I know some other activists were there near the Little Rock riot area and were able to film and live stream that. But it's going to take a lot of effort and willpower and of course prayer and work in order to get this nation back to the way it was founded, and even this part of the nation, because I think some parts of this nation may not ever come back to God. They may just be cut off, or close to secession, like New York and possibly that county north of San Francisco. And they're just like in ancient Israel, where as they turned away from the Lord, more and more sections of the nation just got conquered and taken away. That could be something that happens here, especially if we don't make the efforts that the founders of this nation and our ancestors did, and what we need to do. So anyway, that's kind of what I was going to talk about. I'm going to go in and enjoy the rest of my weekend. And then I have some other errands to run. We both have to work on Monday, so I have to drop somebody off to be separated from her. I've mentioned her before. But she's been involved in the movement as well. Actually, technically, she's more involved than I am. But y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe and try to find a way to make a difference. And you can press on the same button again.
I never did see what button.
Big silver button, just press on it.